Hey guys, welcome to a thrift haul. This is kind of an impromptu one because I was excited about what I found. This week I went to a Goodwill that I hadn't been to in a while. This is a nice Goodwill. It's in a nicer area. It's very well organized. And it's an easy Goodwill, if you know what I mean. Like you can go in and go out and not feel like you need to go and take a shower. I went into the Goodwill, made my way over to the counter where they keep all of the nicer stuff. And under the counter there were all of these cigar boxes. Then I noticed on top of the cigar boxes there were names of typeface. So different fonts were listed on the boxes. So I thought, oh, that is intriguing. So I asked someone to pull out the boxes. Found a gold mine of letterpress typeface. I guess is what you call it. Letterpress letters. Behold, one of my favorite finds in my entire lifetime. I probably say that every week, but this time, you know, I feel like this is one of my favorite finds ever. So I'm gonna start with just what it is that I found. This is a wooden cigar box. This is what I saw when I came up. I saw the names of the type on the boxes. As you can see, it's letterpress type. I don't know what font this is, it doesn't say. But let me show you my initials. So for instance, this is the font that I just pulled out. And these are my initials. So this is what you do. You just take the letters, and what you can do is, this was one of the boxes that I looked at and ended up getting. And so these are letters that go to a letterpress machine. The cashier told me that a man came and dropped off like 10 boxes of letterpress letters, and he said that some of the boxes are very well organized and some are not. The prices varied. I ended up getting quite a few boxes. So let me go through a couple of them. This is the top of the box, and it says, so some of the boxes actually had the name of the font, and this one was $29 plus 20% off as well. This box is full of letters as well, and they are organized and not organized. I kind of think that someone maybe dropped some of them, which is why they're not organized. There's some more letters. So this is from the Stymie Light box. These are really tiny, actually. No, this is the top of the box, but these are really small. And it says they're 12 point. I'm not gonna go through them all with you because that's a little mundane, I know. So I got 3 boxes, 4. This one is also from that company, so that's what the font looks like right there. So now that I'm going through these, I'm realizing there are little indications as to like, this is lowercase, the other was caps. Got this 24 Stymie Light as well. That one looks like. I do have a really inexpensive letterpress machine that I got at, I think it was AC Moore. I think it was called the L letterpress machine. It's a very inexpensive one. It was under $100, and it's not the kind that would use these sorts of letters. So some of these are not that exciting. So then I got, how many boxes? 9 boxes, some were 29, some were 24. It was expensive. To me, this is not like something that I normally would spend on something, but there's certain hobbies that have kind of consistently remained in my life. Jewelry making, I really like card making, so letterpress or embossing, that's something that has remained throughout my life. When I was a child, then I took it up again in my, I want to say like in my 20s. Now I'm back into kind of a convergence of all those things. With these letters, what I can do is I can make different cards and things. Not too long ago, last year on Craigslist, I've been looking for one, but I got a hot foil stamping machine, and I talked about this before in one of my hauls, but I am really interested in foil stamping onto natural leather and darker leather and any kind of leather you can think of. That has kind of been an interest of mine that I have added to the list of all of these things that to me kind of go together. So now, this past week, what I had before I got all these letters was I had a hot foil stamping machine. I have been kind of keeping my eye out for the next kind of set to all of that stuff that I already have. And I didn't want to pay a lot, meaning because this stuff can get into the thousands and thousands of dollars. And I'm not at that level yet. I'm certainly not investing in this in any great way. I plan on using it enough to make it worthwhile. So this is a set that I was most excited about because this is the kind of stuff that can get kind of pricey. I think all of them will work in my foil stamping machine. So this is from my machine, my foil stamping machine. So basically what you do is you put the letters in this little brace, and these are letters that came with my machine, so this is not something that I've written. So you take the letters and you arrange them in some fashion, so to spell something or someone's initials, and then you slide this into the machine. You take the machine and you pull it down, and you have a piece of leather or some sort of card or something, then you make an impression on that. So let me show an example. I took this and did this right away after I got my machine. One of the things that I recommend if you're into any of this stuff, not necessarily this exactly, but this is from a jacket that I got. I'd cut it up and I just practiced stamping. See, this one says Brian Smith. This was just on the plate that I received when I got the machine. I have a really pretty brown leather jacket and I have a pretty black leather jacket. I have something in mind as to what I'm gonna do. I wanna try it and then I'll show you if it works out. If not, I'll come up with something else. So now what I'm gonna do is make little things, and I think I might test the market and bring them to Palm Springs for the May show that I think we're doing, that I'm gonna do with Paul. I've learned that Palm Springs is a good test market to kind of make some things and bring them. And you know, I'm not on Etsy or anything like that, but so I wanna bring some things and see how they do in Palm Springs to kind of test it out, because you never know. Something that I like, perhaps others will not like. Also, the other sorts of things that you can do. This is a Boy Scouts of America ribbon, and you know I love ribbons. I don't know why I have this fascination with old award ribbons. This just says Judge on it, and it says Boy Scouts of America. But you could certainly use a foil stamper for something like this as well. For Palm Springs, what I was thinking I might do, everything else I got, they're all letters and different characters. I also got this box of different sentiments and pictures and things that go along with holidays. I'm gonna share with you some of my favorites. This one says, Happy New Year. And then these are some of my favorites. Let me show them to you. Palm trees and a little flamingo. Merry Christmas. This is a coupe champagne glass with little bubbles, and I just thought this was perfect. This to me made that box worth it. So I could imagine on New Year's making my own New Year's cards, or making something in leather or whatever. I have all these ideas. Execution is really my problem. I'm very good at collecting things that I want to use for my hobby and not using them. So I'm trying to get these sorted right away so that I can start on using things right away. Some of the other thrifted stuff that I've gotten, this is a little Madewell clutch that I got. I want to foil stamp this with a monogram. Anytime I find really good leather stuff at a thrift store that's inexpensive, I purchase it because I'm either going to resell it or give it as a gift, or my plan has been to stamp things. But this is a travel wallet, and it's a vintage travel wallet, so I'm gonna practice on this and hopefully not ruin it anymore. I think I'll probably share things that I make over on Instagram, so follow me on Instagram if you're not already following me. And that is it. So that's all for this haul. I hope you're doing well, and I will talk to you again soon.